Welcome back, gamers. Today we are testing out a couple different skin tones between the different ranges of contrast speed paints. Let's take a look. Welcome to We Play Games. My name is Ricardo Leon. Today we are testing a couple different shades or skin tones from Citadel. We are testing speed paint and as well as the Xpress color that just came out. As mentioned before on my intro, I'm not sure what to call this anymore. I refer to them as contrast paints, regardless of what I'm using. But what do you guys call them? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you call them speed paints? Do you call them contrast paints? Regardless of their actual name or brand, you know. I tend to call them contrast because I just like the contrast that they give us, right? But I put my glasses on. But I just don't know if people are calling them speed paints because, you know, once again, they make everything, you know, fast and easy to paint. So I'm not sure. Let me know down below. One more thing that I want to test out right here. So first of all, we're going to be painting these models from Massive Darkness. These are the Fallen Angels. And I got 3 primer with Krylon primer. And I also got 3 different ones. This one's over here. These were primer with Krylon but Fusion primer. And the reason why I'm testing this out is because I know from experience by making mistakes previously on other miniatures, whenever I try to strip this, I cannot get the primer to come off. Most of the primer stays on the model, but the paint, the acrylic, comes off. I only use purple power to strip my plastic minis. So I noticed that I cannot remove most of the primer with Fusion primer. And with a regular Krylon primer, I'm usually able to remove the primer as well. So I've noticed that Fusion is a lot more adhesive to the plastic. So I'm not sure if this is gonna work out, but I do have a problem like everybody else does with speed paints reactivating. So what I want to try is seeing if the Fusion lets the speed paint adhere better to that primer, and perhaps it won't reactivate. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna start with actually speed paint, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select one of each of these guys, and I'm gonna start with speed paint here. And what we're testing today is pretty much just what is the best color to get a one coat skin color. So I'm trying to see what's better. Hopefully this is on. What's the best color that we could get? Obviously there's different shades of skin out there, so it will be based on the color you're looking for. But so we look at this guy right here. He has his upper torso exposed, so we'll be painting that. His face looks to be covered in some sort of mask or something, so we're probably not gonna touch that. So it's just upper torso and arms are exposed. So I'll be painting these 2 first and leave them to dry for a while, and then purposely try to reactivate the Fusion Krylon and this one as well to see which one reactivates easier. So we'll start with this. Plenty of paint in our brush. Hopefully I don't go off I'm on the shot. Alright, so we're just painting this real fast, trying to be precise but somewhat fast with this. And when I edit this video, I might speed this up if I'm taking too long. I do I guess part of the reason why I call them contrast paints over speed paints, because I don't particularly feel that I'm too fast with this. In fact, I feel like I need to be a lot more precise on the application of them. I hate going over other areas where I don't want the speed paint to go in, and having to recover those areas with white to be able to apply a different color later on. So I'm usually take more time, I guess, applying these speed paints to try to avoid making those mistakes. So I recently bought the Xpress color from Vallejo, and I'm really liking them. I feel like I'm a little limited on colors like bone or skin tones. Also, there's only one, which is the one we're gonna try right now. I don't know how many skin tones Citadel and Army Painter have. I only have these 4 right now, so we're only gonna try these 4. Okay, so this is my Krylon, so I'm gonna put this to my right. So let's put this, put it here. So off the shot, but okay. Well, actually, let me show you real fast. So this is it. This is how it looks. Obviously, it's drying. It's wet. So I'll show you later on how that looks when it dries. So let's do this one. By the way, I don't necessarily use glasses myself, but I feel that as I'm getting older, it helps me a lot to be more precise on painting miniatures now. So now that I'm older, I tend to use these glasses just for painting. Oh, okay. So something I'm noticing just now. This sucks. Okay, so I'm noticing on the fusion primer, it feels like it's almost like if I was trying to mix oil and water, and it's spreading. So it's not working as well as just with the regular primer. Now I don't know if that will be just the speed paints, or that's just with any other acrylic color will be the same issue here. So we're gonna try this out anyways. I'm gonna just try to cover everything. It's kind of strange. I don't know if you guys could see that. I'll try to zoom in when I edit this, but it's not only it's doing what the speed paint's supposed to do, but in addition to that, let's see, like right there, I don't know if hopefully you guys can see that right there, it totally just like spread apart. So I'm not sure what the deal with the fusion is, but it's probably not gonna work great, which is a shame. I just want to experiment with that. Hopefully, I was hoping that maybe this will help with the speed paints. I know that Speed Paint 2.0 is coming out soon, and they are supposed to be fixing these issues then, but I would just thought maybe this could help. So let me know down in the comments below if you guys have experienced this before with different types of primer. I usually spray paint, airbrush primer my figures, but I just want to give this a try today and see what will happen. All right, so anyways, so here is the second figure. So if we compare both of them, as far as the colors, they look to be the same. The primer itself looks to be pretty much the same color. I don't see a difference in white. I was just hoping this would help with the speed paints, but let's put this out the side for now. This is, once again, in case I didn't explain, this is Crusader skin from the Army Painter. So we'll start with Crusader skin. We'll compare all of these when they're dry. Let's move on to Xpress color. Vallejo Xpress color. This is dwarf skin. So we'll do dwarf skin right here. And you know what? Just to verify, let's start with the fusion. Let's see the fusion. Let's see what happens here with the fusion again with the Xpress paint. See if it does the same thing. Let's see. Yep, it's doing the same thing again. It's actually kind of making the paint break apart and not want to stay in one place. It kind of just travels. I don't know if the camera will see that well enough or not, but it's not too bad when it does it. I'm still able to apply a little more paint in the area and kind of covers it, but it feels like it's not staying in the place for too long before it travels. It's almost like you need to, here, I don't know if you can see that, so you can see little droplets and everything else like just kind of spread. So that's the Fusion matte white paint and primer. So perhaps the issue is that it's paint and primer, and the paint might be I don't know, what is it, enamel probably, and it's making the acrylic not want to stay in the one place. All right, so I'm gonna continue with this, painting the two models, and then I'll show you how this look when I'm done and move up to a different color. Okay, so we are done with this one. So this was the Fusion. So it ends up covering, it just spreads slightly, and then you gotta keep applying more paint in those areas before you are done. So I'm gonna do the same with the dwarf skin on this guy. This is regular primer. So once again, I'll speed this up. Okay, we are gonna be doing our last two figures. Unfortunately, I only have 6 of these guys, so we got 2 left. I'm gonna split them between the Citadel, Contrast, Gilliman Flesh, and the Darko Flesh. So I'll do Darko Flesh, which seems to be the darker color on the Fusion one. Hopefully it will help with the issue we are having. And then I'll do the Gilliman Flesh on the guy with the regular primer from Krylon. So once again, I'll speed this up. Okay, so as I am applying the contrast Darko Flesh, sorry about that, I got tongue twisted there. I noticed that on the contrast over the Fusion, I'm struggling a lot more to get coverage. Not sure why, but it's spreading a lot more. And what's happening is my first initial brush strokes over just primer is just spreading. It's just spreading all over the place. As I'm being persistent and keep pushing and moving the paint around, it's almost like it starts grabbing a little more. So I am wondering if how wet the paint is letting the primers start, probably the wetness of the paint starts kind of soaking into the pigments of the primer and finally gives in and lets the paint stay there after a little while. But I'm applying it. I was trying to speed this up, but I wanted to tell you that I was having that issue with this one. Right here where I start in the chest area is usually where I start. It took me a little while to actually get coverage. A lot. It wasn't as fast as the other figures. So anyways, let me continue and I'll show you when this one's done. Okay, last one, Gilliman Flesh over regular Krylon primer, not the Fusion one. So let's see how this looks. Okay, so here's the last guy. So this is Human Flesh. So we'll go ahead and do this. Human Flesh. This is my Darko Flesh. Okay. And then we got the two. These were the first Crusader skin. They're pretty much dry, but I'm trying to see if I could see the difference. I am noticing slightly lighter color over the fusion. Not much, but just slightly. You be the judge. What do you guys think? I feel like this one's a slightly lighter. So this was the fusion primer. Let's go ahead and put him back here. So okay, actually, let's do fusion primer. So left is my regular Krylon primer, and the right is the fusion primer. And this is still drying for sure. Color looks the same in both. They're both drying. So Vallejo Xpress hasn't dried completely yet. Obviously I painted those secondly, so we should probably wait a little longer. I'm noticing a couple different places that I miss, so I'm gonna touch them up and then I'm gonna let them dry completely and show you every single miniature by themselves. Okay, so I'll be back. Okay, so we are back. It's been about an hour and 20 minutes. These look pretty much dry from what I could tell. I'm gonna show you each one individually for you to choose, you know, what color you will prefer. This is Gilliman Contrast, Gilliman Flesh, sorry. All right, so let's see. All right, so this is Gilliman Flesh. I personally think it's a little dark for the look I was going for. That's just me. I was just looking for Caucasian skin, white skin. I think the best one, personally for me, I'm gonna show you, is the Crusader skin from Speed Painter for my needs. So here we go. Sorry, my camera takes a while to autofocus. It's obviously splotchy. Probably I could have done a better job at moving the paint around to make it stay in the recesses. This is the one that was covered over the Krylon Fusion. I think this one's slightly lighter than the other one, but you tell me what do you think. This is the other one. So this is the regular primer, and this is fusion primer. For some reason, I think this is slightly lighter. So, let's see, let me move this away. Yeah, so focus is better when there's just one model in my hand, I guess. Anyway, so that's that, and this is the contrast Darko Flesh. Obviously, this is the darkest one out of all three. So that's that one, and these are the two with dwarf skin from Xpress, Vallejo Xpress. Sorry, it takes a while too. Alright, so that's the regular primer. This one is the fusion primer. Once I was able to cover everything and focus, yeah. I was able to cover everything. It pretty much stayed there. There's really not much you can see on the back, but it looks like the pigmentation stay there. Sorry, my chair keeps falling down. Anyways, last thing I want to do on this test was the whole deal with the fusion primer. Let's see how it interacts as far as trying to reactivate it. So if you're looking here, this is my regular primer. This is my fusion primer. In fact, let's move this out of the way. So this is the fusion one. So this is a clean brush, but what I want to do is here. There you go. All right, so I'm just showing you here that I'm not getting any pigment or any colors from the brush. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna damp it slightly, and then I'm going to try to get color off the model, right? So I'm gonna do here in the chest area. Kind of hard to tell since there's only one color. I don't think I'm getting. Oh yeah, I am getting it. Yep. Never mind. I thought I wasn't getting any reactivation, but as you could tell, I have some color right there on the napkin. That was the fusion primer. Let's try the other one. It should be the same thing. The one that I thought might help was the fusion. This should be the same, or if not, maybe more. So I'm just trying not to do it too much so I could keep them the way they are. Looks like it's hard to tell on this one because it's a little more drier than the first time, but I'm getting some color there too. Here, let's do this. So this is am I getting black there? Oh, I got some. That's why I'm getting some black there. Okay, so this was technically not super clean, but let's see. Okay, so I'm just trying to clean this brush, make sure it's completely clean. Okay. So now that the brush is clean, I'm gonna damp it slightly, and I'm going to just rub some of this water here. And I think I had more issues with the reactivation before, or maybe I'm just being very careful this time. But I have some bleed issues before. But I think also I was kind of painting one area with one color, trying to let it dry, 5 to 10 minutes, and then do a different color, like here, for example. And I was having some bleed issues badly. So anyway, so I'm just kind of trying to get some paint off. Yeah, so I'm still getting paint off. So anyways, the reactivation thing is one of those things that unfortunately so far Speed Paints has. It should be supposed to be fixed pretty soon with 2.0 coming out in a month or 2 months. So we might be buying some more of those figures. But anyways, let me know down in your comments below, what color of skin do you prefer? What has been so for Caucasian, I think I'm probably gonna stay with Crusader skin and just basically seal this before I give it some highlights, if I want to give it highlights, or just leave it as is. So once again, this is Crusader skin from Speed Paints. The Vallejo, which I'm very happy with the line so far. Unfortunately, I feel that the color, sorry here, cable fell, oops. The color is just too dark for what I'm looking for as far as these guys. Maybe if I was painting dwarfs or something, it'll be better. So here. And that's dwarf skin from Vallejo Xpress color. Definitely much darker, but not as dark as Darko. Well, maybe, I don't know. This is Darko Flesh. So I think this one is probably just as dark as the dwarf skin. So let me see if I could keep this on focus. So that's Darko Flesh right there. And this is, what do you call it? Dwarf skin. So they look very close. I don't know how it shows on the camera, but here in person, they both look very close to each other. So the other one that we had once again was the Gilman Flesh. just slightly lighter than Darko Flesh, but probably darker than Crusader skin from Vallejo. I mean, from Army Painter Speed Paints. So anyways, those are the 4 colors that I have right now. I don't have any more. If there are more colors from Speed Paints, if you have the whole range, let me know what colors are working for you. Maybe I could buy those, or maybe I should just wait till Speed Paints 2.0 comes out and go from there. But that's it for now. I just wanted to run this quick test and show you guys what are my results on these guys so far. And if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, please let me know. Also, what are you guys calling these paints now? We have a Speed Paints, which I agree it's probably faster to paint, so a Speed Paint kind of sounds like the right term. However, they also give us contrast, so I'm calling them contrasts more often than I'm calling them Speed Paints. So in fact, I posted a comment earlier on a group to see what other people are calling them. Some people have told me maybe quick paints, and I'm like, well, okay, that probably works. You know, not trying to stay with the actual name of one brand. So we got contrast from Citadel, Speed Paints from Army Painter, but you know, maybe all together, what are they all together? So quick paints maybe is the right name or term that we should use for this. But anyways, let me know down below, and thank you for watching. Bye.